Travis County EMS is one of many public safety agencies facing staffing issues. And with this heat wave, medics are responding to more heat-related incidents. Austin Travis County EMS Captain Christa Stedman joins us now. And thank you so much for joining us here on KVUE News Midday.
Hey, thanks for having me, Flower Power. I was really excited to be here.
she went there, right? That's a nickname that Evil Mopat gave me. All right, let's just get back on topic. How challenging is the current environment for you guys when there's an increased need for medics because of this heat wave, but we don't have enough people?
Yeah, I think that we could all agree that anytime you have that heat that's this oppressive and long lasting, that it's harder to be outside and it's harder to do that work. So it does take a toll on our medics. We are getting into a much better place as far as staffing is concerned now. We do have an academy class that just started. There's 35 cadets in that class. Right now our vacancy rate is at about 18%. Once we see those cadets graduate, it's going to drop down to 12%, which we're really excited about.
And before we get to cadet numbers, I wanted to ask you about heat-related calls. I know the city had a press conference not too long ago giving us really high numbers. Where are we now that we're approaching the end of the month?
So we're still breaking records. We broke a record for June. We ended June with 234 heat-related calls. To compare that to last June, we did 159. Wow. For July so far, we're at 240. Last July, we did 223. So we're seeing those calls increase. We're seeing records being set all over the place, and it's a lot more.
Yeah, and the good news is you mentioned the academy class. It started last week. How many cadets do we have for this most recent class?
So we've got 35 cadets in this class. That is split up between some of our traditional medic level hires and some of our lateral clinical specialist hires. So we can fill some of those vacant positions in both positions.
How would you characterize 35? And did the pay bump you guys received last year help with that number?
I certainly don't think that it hurt. 35 is a big class for us. We can go up to 40, but because there's so much advanced stuff that our cadets are doing, we really have to watch our instructor to cadet ratios. So 40 is about as big as we can go.
And of course, you guys are always looking for people to join ATC EMS. If people are watching and kind of on the fence, what do you want to tell them? Why should they join?
Austin Travis County EMS is a fantastic place to work. We are at the forefront of the EMS industry. We're doing groundbreaking things that no other EMS system is doing, and we're hiring. We're still looking to fill some spots. So emsrecruiting.org is where you can go to learn more and apply.
18% staffing shortage. What does that equate to in real numbers?
That's a really good question. I don't know that off the top of my head, but I can tell you, one of the things that we face being a civil service department is we can't fill positions until they're open. So technically, we're never going to be 100% fully staffed, but getting down to 12% after this next class graduates is going to put us in a really good spot.
That is good news. All right, so speaking of civil service, you got a contract coming up, right? You got that pay bump last in the fall. What's going on with your contract now?
So our employees union is in the process of negotiating with the city of Austin, and all of that negotiation is done between our union and the city labor office.
So it's ongoing right now.
They're working through that now.
Okay. Captain Christa Stedman, thank you so much for joining us.